My grandparents belonged to Rodef Sholem and kept kosher for a brief period of time, and then my grandmother said, sort of, the hell with this. It's too much trouble, and it's probably a conspiracy by men to keep women from having affairs because they're so busy keeping the dishes sorted. That was her take on it.
My mother, she was raised Orthodox, you know. She kind of like had to modify when she moved to Tampa because it wasn't very easy to be strictly kosher in Tampa. Back then they had a kosher butcher where she would buy, but she would try. But my father did not keep kosher. Well, you know, kosher to the extent that you wouldn't bring pork in the house.
They were definitely not kosher at all right there. She was, I never remember ham being in the house, but as far as her picking up a Cuban sandwich every so often, oh yeah, she definitely do that every so often right there. We're down. I just remember when my grandmother was coming to town, Miami, she, quote, my mom had to clean her act up in the kitchen, those sort of things, and I had a crab trap in the backyard that, and I was catching crabs and bringing them in because my parents loved those things, but all of a sudden, you know, if grandma's coming, I had to get rid of the crab trap. I had to hide all the other stuff right there. She had to hide all the non-kosher foods.
Jews in Tampa and the South generally, culturally, were quite a bit different than those that came from New York. They didn't have a little enclave, a little community quite as much. They were a little more integrated into the mainstream American culture.
Grandparents came from New York City. My grandmother had no faith in Southern anything, and it only took her about 60 years to adjust.